Have you ever felt lost, stuck, like you're destined for something more, but you can't figure out what it is or you can't pinpoint it? You have so many ideas running through your head. There's so many possibilities of the directions that you can go in your life that will offer you more fulfillment, more happiness. And yet, every time you go down one of those paths or one of those journeys, you find yourself again stuck, uncertain, like you don't know, like maybe you're making the wrong choice. Or maybe simply you're afraid. Maybe you're feeling like if you were to take that path, because you don't know what's on the other side of that path, it could not be successful. Or that maybe you'll fail. Or that maybe people will judge you for taking a leap of faith in your own life. If you've ever felt like that, stick around because I'm going to give you some of the secrets that helped me to change and transform my life. Hello, my name is Charlene Lizette. I'm here to help you radically transform your life through spirituality and self-love. In the beginning of 2018, I had just been let go from a job that I didn't love. I was a single mom. I was unemployed. I had a derpy German Shepherd and a toddler to take care of. And amongst the chaos, amongst the uncertainty, amongst the fear, something kept telling me that I needed to pursue my passion, that I needed to pursue what I was destined to do. And honestly, lots of those days were spent hysterically crying on the kitchen floor, yelling at the universe, going, "Why did you do this to me?" Or "I don't know what I'm supposed to do." And I kept getting this little nudge, this little voice inside my head. And no, I wasn't going crazy. I now know that that voice is sourced in my higher self. And it kept saying, start a YouTube channel. And I was like, but what am I going to do on YouTube? And who's going to listen to me? And I don't even know what I'm doing. And anyways, I kept trying to go back to that sales job that I knew I wasn't good at anymore and that I didn't love, but it offered me safety, complacency, and financial security, all the things that were keeping me stuck in fear. And while the universe has this funny way that of being that when you are destined to follow your true soul purpose, every time you try and go back to complacency, every time you go back to comfort, every time you try and go back and revert to your old patterns, your old way of being, the universe will stop you. It'll make it impossible for you. And chances are, if you're watching this, you're probably at that precipice too, where you're trying to go back and the universe is like, sorry, door closed, go that way. But every time you want to take a step forward, you're like paralyzed in fear. You're feeling like, no way can I do this. I don't know the answers. I don't know the path. I don't know the how, who, what, when, where, and why. And that is actually part of the magic of going through a spiritual journey or a spiritual awakening and stepping into your true soul purpose, is letting go control of the who, what, where, when, why, and the how. As I was on this path forward, knowing that I couldn't go back anymore and terrified, scared, of moving forward, the universe kept reminding me that if I stayed true to myself, if I stay true to listening to my intuition, to my heart center, that everything would be okay. And ironically or not, whatever you want to call it, it was okay. I kept getting opportunities that would help to cover my finances. Things ended up happening to land on my plate or work out as long as I stayed true to myself and as long as I connected with what I knew my soul purpose was. Now, at this moment, all I knew was that I needed to start a YouTube channel and share my story. I had no other piece of the puzzle, but I kept holding on to that one particular piece, aligning with it, embodying it, and every day showing up on social media, showing up on YouTube, showing up on Instagram and TikTok when it started to become popular. And there was times where I even stepped away from YouTube because I felt like maybe this wasn't meant for me. But every time that I did not align with my soul purpose or with that one puzzle piece I had, things would start to go awry. So I quickly started realizing that everything begins and ends with me. It was in every moment that I took control of my life, which is one of the secrets of being able to radically transform your life. One of the biggest secrets, I believe. When I took control of my life, when I decided to get into the driver's seat, not care about what anybody else was thinking, not give an F if they were judging me, not listen to the naysayers, but when I took control of my life and I decided what I was going to do with my life was going to bring me the abundance, the stability, the comfort that I required, that I needed, not only for myself, but for my son, things started to magically align for me. And now I know that to be alignment, I understand that it's energetic frequency and vibration. And it's truly fascinating when we start seeing things from a perspective of consciousness and spirituality. It's that we're all these energetic beings, and everything that we desire emits a different frequency with a vibration. And when we start aligning ourselves with those frequencies, and those vibrations, we start to be able to embody and connect with that which we desire. In my case, it was to grow this YouTube channel, to create a community, to align with like-minded individuals, primarily women who are ready to radically transform their life and take back control of their life and stand in their true soul power and purpose. And so the more that I did that, the more that I showed up authentically and in alignment with myself, the more that I started to take back control of my life, the more that I was strategic and bet on myself every moment that I was moving forward, no matter what other people were saying about me, all right, I found more and more and more success. And so I hope that you understand that in being able to connect with who you truly are at a fundamental level, right? At the very base, think about a building. At the very base of every building that has solid structure is a solid foundation. And so the moment that you start understanding that you need to have a solid foundation and an understanding of who you are, because everything begins and ends with you, you start to take control of your life. You no longer do things that don't bring you joy. You no longer say yes to things that you probably should be saying no to. You no longer participate in events or social activities or hang out with specific social groups that are no longer fulfilling you, because you are recognizing that you are in control of your life. You're aligning with who you are at a core level. You're no longer living life for others, to appease others, to please others. You're no longer adopting or adapting to the external narratives and other people's perceptions of what they believe you should be. You start understanding that it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You got to stop listening to the outside noise, and you got to start going within. And it's not about discovering who you are, but it's about remembering who you are. Tuning in, tapping in, and listening to that voice, to that little voice inside of you, which right now probably sounds a little bit muffled. It's been quieted, it's been silenced over years. It's about giving back power to your highest self, to your truest self, to your most authentic self, and remembering who that person is. Because if you believe in spirituality and you believe in the journey of our soul and how it comes into this earth, you know that before we entered into this earth, we had a soul contract, that this body that I am living in right now is just meat and bones, right? It's a skin suit. And that my soul knows exactly who they are, understands exactly who they are, is connected to my higher self, to source, to all that is this infinite, beautiful, celestial energy that exists all around us. And when I decided, and when you decided to come here on earth and go on your soul mission, you forgot, right? You forgot who you are. Then you grow up as a baby, and when you're a baby, you're at the mercy of your mom, your dad, your caregivers. As you get older, you're at the mercy of mom, dad, your caregivers, your teachers. Then it becomes your external circles like neighbors and friends and, sports that you're a part of or extracurricular activities that you're a part of. And before you know it, if you did not have a strong support system as an individual, then you would have a really hard time remembering that magic that lives inside of you, that power that lives inside of you, that purpose that lives inside of you. You'd have a really hard time remembering that you are a magical, celestial being that is placed here on earth to create positive change, a positive ripple effect out into this universe, that you have a soul purpose that is unique to you, that you are all powerful, and that you can attract everything that you desire into this reality. and that you have the capability within you as a part of you, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, to manifest everything that you desire into your reality. When you start remembering that again, you start to align with your higher self. But what has happened over time is that higher self, that true soul purpose, that truest, most authentic self has been silenced, right? Silenced your whole life. And so chances are you're watching this because you've been feeling lost, you've been feeling stuck, you've been feeling like you're destined for something more, and you just don't know how you're going to do it. How do I become more than I already am without doubting, without questioning, without needing external validation? Well, you're going to do that by remembering who you are. And by remembering who you are, you're going to remember the first light law that I learned that was bestowed to me by the universe during one of the many ups and downs that I had in my life, that everything begins and ends with you. And so don't forget that. Get very clear and specific on who you are, what matters to you, what your values are, what's important to you, and start aligning and embodying those. Start connecting with those and saying no to things that no longer serve you. That is the first step in radically transforming your life and stepping into your true soul purpose and no longer living worried about finances, feeling unhappy and stuck in a desk job that doesn't bring you any joy, in romantic relationships that are no longer fulfilling for you, having friendships that maybe aren't in the best interest for you. The first step in being able to release all of that and understand to let go with grace and with love and respect so that you can make space for new things to enter into your life is to understand who you truly are and take control of your life by recognizing that everything begins and ends with you. And so when you show up every day, whether it's an interaction at the grocery store, whether it's while you're dropping off your kids to school, whether it's while you're having a meeting with your boss who is not the nicest person in the world, maybe, you're recognizing that even when they are projecting or emitting vibrations that are not in alignment with you, that you have control of your life, that you're betting on yourself, that you respect yourself, and that you are in alignment with your highest self because you understand that everything begins and ends with you. And so it doesn't matter how people are going to meet you. You're not going to meet them at the same frequency. You're going to meet them at the frequency that aligns with you at your highest purpose, at your true soul purpose, at your highest self. That's how you will align with them and meet them. And this is how you're going to start to watch transformation happen in your life. Maybe some friendships will leave. Maybe some relationships will end. Maybe your career will shift. Maybe you'll move. These things, the wheel of fortune will start turning, and these things will start to release themselves from you because you are now vibrating at a new frequency. You're now attracting new things into your life because you have told the universe, I remember who I am. I know who I am, and I am destined for much more than this. Complacency, stagnation, mediocrity, it does not belong to me. That's how you will feel. And in feeling that, you are admitting to the universe that you deserve more. And so you'll start attracting more. And this is how slowly you will start transforming your life by remembering the first light law, which is everything begins and ends with you. If you are interested in more information around the light laws, if you want to come and radically transform your life, if you are ready for it, take a look at the description box below and sign up to my course, Align. It is a 12-week course where you will have access to weekly one-on-one, 1-hour live classroom settings with me. You'll have dedicated weekly one-on-one half-hour live sessions with me. You'll have pre-recorded modules and lessons to learn. You'll have worksheets as well. You'll have a support system, a pod of your peers along with me to help you as you start to remember who you are from the foundation up. I'm going to teach you the 9 light laws. The light laws are what has helped me transform my life from being an unemployed single mom, living in my mom's house with my German Shepherd, my 3-year-old kid, he was 3 at the time, and being in a bunch of debt to finally aligning with my true soul purpose. And I want to teach that to you. I want to help you out. I want to help you take control of your life, to step into your power. I don't want you to be afraid anymore. I don't want you to be worried about what other people are thinking of you anymore. I want you to remember how powerful you are when you are in alignment. And so through the 12 weeks, we're going to be working specifically on that, on where the shadow work needs to be done, where maybe the ego still kicks in, where your fears exist, but more importantly on how to create the base, the foundation of who you are. Get to know who you are, connect and remember who you are, so that you can start building into your life everything that you desire effortlessly. If you're interested in signing up, take a look at the description box below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you're liking this new content that I'm putting together for you all. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit nerve-wracking doing this, but it's getting funner and funner. Is that even a word? I don't know. We're making it up. All right. Thank you so much for all your support, your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. If you have any more questions about Align, take a look at the description box below. All right. You can shoot me an email. We can set up a 20-minute session to chat more about it. And if you're interested in joining the next one, I am recording this in February of 2022, so the next one is happening March 3rd, and there's only a few spots left, so make sure you sign up soon. But if you're watching this after that, just take a look at the description box below to see when the next course is starting. Thank you so much for all your support. We'll see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye.